I think I need a mic, huh? Hey guys, I'm Mallory, and as you see in the title, I need all hands on deck. So, before saying hi to everybody in the chat, because I see a whole bunch of people in here, and I love you so much for being here, I don't usually go out and ask my community for anything except for this one time because I'm working on something epic, guys, and I'm gonna show you guys a trailer tonight. In just about, I'm gonna show it to you guys in like the 30-minute slot in this live stream. So for you guys that are watching the playback, fast forward to 30 minutes or wait till tomorrow, and I will drop the trailer on my channel. I am so excited to show you guys. This has been such a crazy journey, both physically and emotionally. Just a little backstory. Well, before I say that, I just want to say, like, if you guys want to share this video out once it's going to be there, like, that's what I'm asking my community. I'm really, I spent 30 hours editing this thing and I found out I needed to add something in it. So I have to go back and add maybe, like, I don't know, maybe like an hour or so before it's all done and canned. But I'm going to be premiering it next Thursday. So February 4th at, I think it's like 6, 7 or 8. I don't remember. I'm going to have to, I think it's 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And man, it's gonna be amazing. I showed it to a few people already, unlisted. Some people were helping me just figure out if I have little things to tweak on it. It's gonna be pretty good. So a little backstory. In September, I was talking on a live stream just like this that I wanted to go camping with my horses. And it was hunting season. There had been bear sightings. So it wasn't really the good time. I was a little bit too well, I was a wuss. All right. I'm not better be blunt about it. And I just put it off and I put it off. And my good friend, Louis Lage DIY, who has a channel, he's always in the live chats and he's always been a really good supporter. He said, Mallory, here's the money. Go buy yourself a camera and go create. And that's literally what he wrote in the message. Well, I bought that camera, I bought the equipment, and I went to do it in December. I think it was the 19th of December. It was right before Christmas time, right near the solstice. So it was very dark. And, well, I didn't have time to edit it. I found out that he had passed away. So I found out last week he passed away on the 30th of December. And I'm trying not to cry. I noticed that he wasn't in the live streams anymore, and it's a tribute to him. He was an amazing person. He could make you feel like $1 million. Seriously. So I've put a lot of effort in it, and I got him in there as well. I can't wait to show you guys the trailer. So that said, I'm going to go into my chat and I'm going to open myself a beer because I deserve it. And I'm just going to say hello. Okay. I see Cabin Dweller, Thomas Jordan, Bettina, Huck this, hello. Hi Mandy, man, so many people. Brigitte, Good Time Holler, Pure Canadian Lifestyle, AMG. So I see some new people. I recently got over 3,000 subscribers in the last month. And it's just been crazy. And I'm a little bit nervous posting this video. Pop. Because all these 3,000 people subscribed and hit, and they committed to my channel for a gardening video, right? Because I do have beautiful gardens and I do gardening videos in summer, but like, truth is I'm covered in snow for 8 months of the year. So what else am I to do, So I'm a little bit nervous. Like, are my viewers really gonna watch it? I hope so. And I hope you share it. And I hope, like, I'm all about helping others and sharing out other people's channels. And I just, it's an awesome community. 37 people in here, guys. Okay. That is amazing. You guys are awesome. Dizowl 76. All right. I keep on forgetting your name, but before I found out that Louis had passed away, I was gonna mention that this video, like, you're the one that has been asking for it the most in the comments, and you're the only one that, like, responded almost every time that I mentioned it, and, say thank you so much for pushing Kelly, right? I think. Thank you so much for pushing me to do it, and it's amazing. Can't wait to watch and share it. Brigitte, thank you so much. Pete, hi Pete, hi Nicole, Copper Kettle Farms, hi Crystal. J'ai découvert ta chaîne par hasard quand je vais faire mon deuxième jardin cette année. AMD, awesome. J'ai une chaîne québécoise aussi, Malou à la ferme. So, hey Joe Morgan, hi Darren, Sydney Casmar, thank you. All right, Fox, Broussard, so many people. This is amazing. So, yeah, so somebody has to tell me when it's 30 minutes so I can show you the trailer. I worked, it's just a little, minute and a half. Hey, Ricky. Hi, Jeffrey. Man, so many people. Swarmstead, you're new. I'm recently met you. That's cool. We are moving to your neck of the woods to start up our own farmstead soon. I subscribe to your channel. That is amazing, Patrick. Awesome. If you have a channel, then please send it to me via Facebook or something, or that would be amazing. I'd love to follow anybody who's near me as well. Build a community locally. That's amazing. Like, I wish we had more people doing it locally. Hi, CGM Farms. Hello. All right, so the chat's going a little bit fast. So somebody please tell me when it's going to be 30 minutes, and we might be graced by the presence of Mark from Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles, which also did a winter extreme camping video, a series actually. Him and Tyler with Bushcraft, and Waypoint Outdoors Adventures. So a year ago, when I think it was a winter time. It was around February. I had just met these guys, okay, 3 guys on a live stream just like this, and they have a panel, which, like, we have the StreamYard right here. See a little duck right there? Okay, so this means that I can have people on the screen with me, and we can chat, interact, and it's awesome, and he's the one that got me to go live for the first time, and I found them via their 7-day winter extreme challenge. And if somebody is in, one of my moderators, if you guys can go get Mark from Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles, their extreme 7-day winter challenge was just crazy. Like, it was crazy. I know a whole bunch of you guys already know Mark and Tyler and Justin. So more local to us would be amazing. Yeah, see, so Darren, Thorhaven Farm as well. He's a little small channel from Quebec that just started, and I don't even think he has 100 subscribers. He's all brand new, so that's awesome. No channel yet. You're welcome to add me on Facebook though, Patrick. Awesome. All right. Oh, did I see Annette Eskimo in Alaska? She's another channel that I really absolutely love, and she is in zone 3 like me. So we're really used to cold climates around here. And let me tell you, I'm trying not to give any spoilers, right? It's really hard. But it's going to take a little while before I go back camping in the cold. Oh man, it was cold. I mean, I'd already camped out in a Quincy, and, like, when I was young, I was young and fresh and didn't have 2 kids. I was, now it's getting harder. It's getting harder, and it was great practice. Very great practice. Like, it's like the one skill that I was lacking and that I really wanted to know, can I, like, if I'm stranded, let's say you're stranded out in your car and you have to survive somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and there's no reception, and here, like, no reception zone, like, a lot around here. You go over the mountain, no more reception. So it just brought up a whole bunch of things watching the bushcraft videos, and I was like, man, I bet you I could do that. We're just so used to being in the comfort of our own homes and taking everything for granted. And believe me, after that night, and with my horses, I built such an amazing connection with my animals. And you're gonna see through the screen. It's a dream. Like, literally, there's a dream sequence in there, a dream montage. "The cold is so hard on me, you are brave." Well, you get used to it. You get used to it. You get dressed and you do it. Alright, I'm just gonna scroll up here real quick. "Hey, Jack from the Mindful Homestead." M. Markel, "I'm so curious, how do you survive that amount of cold?" Like I said, you just get used to it. You dress up in layers. Ben calls it onion layers. You dress up in a lot of layers, and wool is really good. Like, all natural fibers. I had a snowsuit, and like, I don't sleep with it, like, but it keeps you warm. I had a lot of wool on me, wool socks, wool shirt, and then I layered on top of that with my coat. Actually, I had 3 layers, I think. Am I buffering? Can anybody tell me if I'm buffering? Because I see myself buffering on the YouTube side. Uh, hey, there he is, Mark from Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles. I told you. All right, Mark, do you want to hop on? Because I know that you said you were going to church with, I think, your son. But if you're available, I would love to have you on because I was just talking about you. No buffering. Awesome. Thank you, Emma. Sony's Place. Man, so many amazing channels. Oh my gosh. Like, I was so excited about this video. I haven't, like, last night I did not sleep. I don't think I slept 3 hours. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, y'all, because 'cause I'm just, like, so passionate, and so I got this creative flow. Like, I was chatting with my friend Rain Dance Bushcraft, who has a little channel too. "Sure, give me a sec." He says, "Okay, I'm gonna share it to you, via Facebook." And so I write him and I'm like, "Hey, I just need a little reassurance. Like, I've never done color grading before. Can you just tell me if that sequence is fine?" And so he's like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine." And then, like, 3 hours later, it's like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. I send him the link. I'm like, "Here you go. It's done. It's canned." He's like, "Do you ever sleep?" I'm like, "Well, not when I have the creative flow." And you guys who have been following my channel, or for the new people that are here, I have these, like, cinematic ideas, like, maybe once every season, or, just a few times a year, and those are the videos that I put the most time in and I get the most excited about, and yeah. So, sorry if I talk a lot about it. It's just very c'est passionnant. It's very, how do you say that? It's a You get passionate about it, that's all I can say. I'm just gonna send this link to Mark real quick, so I'm just gonna log into my Facebook. You guys are gonna see Mark. Okay. Mark, Mark, Mark. Bear with me. And I think my foam of my beer is low enough that I can yeah, look it. I didn't even have a time to take one sip, huh? Yep, so man, look at this. Hmm. Thomas Jordan, it's amazing to see you. You've been doing awesome on your videos. Good job. I'm I really hope that I'll be able to go to New Hampshire next year and meet you and Jack. That'd be amazing because it's not too far away. I think it's like a 6-hour drive, 6 or 7 hour drive. So if I go down there and there's people along the way, I'm gonna stop and see you guys, Bettina, and maybe North Shore Preparedness. I would love to stop down and meet a few people. Damn, girl, I forgot my beer. Emma, go get your beer. You know what? The whole time I was doing my camping solo trip, I didn't have one beer in the fridge, not one beer. And I didn't have the car because Ben was gone to the cabin, and he and the kids were at the grandparents' place. So I had the whole weekend to myself, and I had no car. So I couldn't go buy myself a beer beside the fire. I was so sad. Here is Mark. I'm going to grab him up here so everybody give him a warm welcome. Hello, Mark.
Howdy. You hear me?
I hear you.
Good job.
How are you?
Busy, busy, busy.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Well, I'm recuperating because I hurt my back sledding on the snow. It was stupid.
Being a
It was-
kid, aren't you?
It was so stupid. I feel like, oh man, I hope there are not too many people that will get offended, but I feel like a really old lady right now, like really, really, really old.
What you do to get when you get to my age?
I don't know. Not slide down a hill and hit a big rock.
Yeah.
You know, be more careful.
I got blackmail pictures. I did that too, about your age.
Oh.
I was doing off of granite hills, so they're a lot taller. And you get down to the bottom, and instead of me, my sled stopped, and I went that way.
Oh my gosh. See, I went down a really steep hill, but on the bottom of it, right at the bottom, it was hidden just a big chunk of mud, but it was frozen like rock, you know, and there was probably rocks mixed into there. Man, and it didn't start hurting till 3 days after in my back. The first few days was my hands. They were all numb. I couldn't use them. I couldn't even lift a fork. And I was like, what's going on with my hands? And so then the left side of my body from the whole, like from my forehead all the way to my toes, all numb. Sounds like, okay, so it's getting out of my fingers, but then it's going into my back. So I went to get x-rays. Everything's clean. I went to the chiropractor. He's the one that got my hands functioning. and then it just went straight into my back. I had like a generalized whole strain in my whole back from my neck all the way to my butt.
Well, I got to say hi to everybody in the chat. Copper, good to see you. Nicole, good to see you. Fox is in here. Collins in there.
Thank you. 15 minutes on. All right. So at 30 minutes, I'm going to show you guys my trailer. I'm so excited.
So I heard something about somebody decided to go and try to do what I do. Some cold weather camping.
Me? Never. I'm practicing. I'm seriously practicing. Like, you guys inspired me to do it when I came across you guys' channel and your challenge. What was it, a year ago, Mark?
Yep.
Okay, so it was exactly a year ago. And yeah, so ever since, you guys inspired me, and I've like discovered the bushcraft world, and it opened up a whole bunch of like doors for me. And I was like, man, like that's amazing. I want to do that. So, and like I said, I'd already done Quincy's and stuff, but like building a fort and all that stuff, I've never done that before.
How cold are you gonna go playing?
Well, I already did it.
Okay.
I did it at minus 20 Celsius, and I'm dropping the video on Thursday, and I'm showing a trailer in just about 15 minutes.
So what's that in Fahrenheit?
I think it's 4 degrees.
Oh, that's still warm yet.
I think it's 4 degrees. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go in minus 40 in my first, and I was outside. It's not like I was in a hot tent or something,
Yeah, it's a new experience, that's for sure.
Yeah. See, 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you, Emma.
The first one that I did, and this was by myself. It was years back. It was supposed to be in the 20s, low teens at night. So I said, perfect. I woke up till it was 10 below without the wind chill, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. So that was my very first one that I ever did, and it's I always keep telling myself every year that was my last one. I'm done. I proved what I needed to prove, and it seems like every year I keep doing them. So
it's adrenaline. You're a vet. You must be like Ben. You always search for that adrenaline. You're so used to it out there that back home you need to find that fix somehow, right?
Yeah, and it gets you away from people.
Yeah. Well, you must be loving this COVID business, huh?
Yep. I still got to go to work, but it ain't too bad.
Well, at least you got work, at least the money's flowing in. At
Right?
least. You
Too much,
gotta,
because I guess got told again this next week I'm on 10 hours, and they're already asking me to work Saturdays, and it's like 1 day a
wow.
week. That's all I get,
Wow.
unless I take
Wow.
vacation. And this
Yeah,
worked
well,
out pretty good because I actually had a half a day to take Hunter to church. So
well, good. Good. Yeah, I gotta take advantage of the time that you have home and the most that you can. And I'm here full time, man. So I mean, I can't say that I don't do nothing because I mean we still have a homestead and Ben's been out more than I have because I've been really doing nothing for like the past 3 weeks other than editing and doing a whole bunch of videos because I just bought a chair and it's literally the only place where I can sit down for more than 5 minutes at a time and be comfortable. I can sit down in this thing for 5 hours and have no problem in it. I'm so happy.
I bought one of those office chairs because every chair is so small, I don't fit in them. And
Oh,
the only chair that I could actually find was this big executive office chair, and it's worked.
yeah. Well, it looks like your neck is supported, so that's
My
good.
neck don't even come close
Oh,
to
it doesn't. Oh my gosh, that was just an illusion.
that.
Bummer.
Yeah, it really sucks being this big, but
Homestead Dreaming. Hi, Kira. Says Arlo is around -7 degrees Celsius tonight, and I think it's one of the coldest nights this winter so far. Yeah, see, I don't know, Mark, if you're like us, but we have like literally no snow compared to the other years here.
I was just talking with Tyler today on my way to work, and I still got grass showing in some spots.
Really? Like we have brush showing in the fields. Like we probably have like a foot and a half of snow. And
I
usually we have like
maybe
4 to 5 feet.
I was gonna say I maybe got 3 inches of snow, and I'm used to having 5 feet of snow.
Wow. See, that's just crazy. It's been a crazy year. Jean-Philippe Ross, hello.
And we
I'm good.
just started, I would say, burning heavy for wood. Otherwise, it's been you know, I only went through probably a quarter of the wood that I normally go through.
Well, yeah. Wow. I don't know. I haven't counted all that we have left in wood. We jammed in 16 cords of wood this summer, so and we're
Yeah,
doing pretty good
I
on wood.
usually put up 12, and then I usually burn between 7 and 10, and I got 2 for a backup. And last year I burned through all of that, so I'm like, I'm gonna put some up just in case, so some extra. So I doubled that, and now I haven't been able to. I mean, a quarter of what I usually do.
Okay. Wow.
Hey, Drops Family Garden. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Hey, Drops. Yeah, well, you haven't been around.
That's true. That's a very true.
You haven't been around. Everybody's been asking, "Where's Mark?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know, but like I write him, but he looks busy, so I just say, okay, no news, good news."
Yeah, it's been a busy time. Usually is that's the sad thing is when I want to do stuff, it's busy all the time.
Yeah.
I just started up that live stream 2 weekends ago, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna get back to my Saturday live streams, and what happens? I got to go to work.
Yeah, unfortunately. Bummer. Hi, Hidden Spring Farms. 24 inches of snow so far in the Horsefell. Yeah, see, not a lot of snow in Canada either. It like everywhere. It's just been crazy. Yeah. Crystal, my back is doing better. I would be more in pain all day for the first 3 weeks, like all day pain, even with the painkillers and everything. But now it's like it gets worse around dinner time because like I feel good during the day, so I move a little bit more, and then come time dinner time, I sit down on the chair. Like I should bring this chair to go eat because as soon as I sit down, it's just like, okay, this hurts, and then I have to get up and go eat on the counter. And but it's doing better. So it's like only around Christmas time. I still have my Christmas tree up because I'm not able to get it down. I'm not able to take it down because my back. Today, I went to the grocery store and I went to get myself sea buckthorn. Yeah, sea buckthorn.
Buckthorn.
Yeah, it's a ale and 5.5% FMR. It's made in Quebec. And so I was like, oh, sea buckthorn, that's cool. I'm gonna grab one, and I'll grab one for Ben. So I grabbed the first one, and the second one was a little high and a little far, and I was like, nope, I can't do it.
I
I
forgot.
usually. Huh?
Congrats too on hitting over that 5K.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I know it's crazy. My channel is like I guess I have an evergreen video right now, which and it's doing really, really good. So I'm really happy about that. YouTube decided to throw me a bone. And
Once in a
so
while, we'll do that.
yeah. Yes, I'm really happy about that. And like I said in the beginning of this stream, if like I don't ask people to share out my videos very often, but the one that I'm going to be dropping on Thursday, I would really, really, really appreciate it if you guys could help me get that little boost out in the first 24 hours to really like don't share it anywhere, just share it to people that you think would like it, or share it in groups that you think would like it or something like that.
And
Um,
right now, I'm 42 away of hitting 5K.
there you go, 42. See, there's 45 people in the chat. We can do that.
Yeah, but half of them I know.
I know. You have been on for 25 minutes. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Irisy. Thank you. I know. Oh my gosh. And talk about success. Look at Copper Kettle Farm with her shorts. She just exploded her channel too.
And I
That's
remember,
crazy.
when I don't remember their exact size when I did the what was that challenge that we did this year with the garden? Oh, the good, bad, and ugly. I don't remember how big they were when we did that, but them are the one that was one of the channels that I shouted out for that, which she still owes us a video, by the way.
Oh, Crystal. She's like, I'm big now. I don't care no more. I'm just joking, Crystal.
Oh, we are at 7:33. Okay, that was cool. Now look at her now.
Yeah. So, yeah, Kira, this is a Mark from Rolling Homestead and Wild Edible. I think Thomas Jordan shared out the link, which thank you, Thomas, by the way, for that. But yeah, Mark, when we camping, buddy? Thomas says.
Most people see with the whole COVID thing now. I was actually supposed to go this year. I was supposed to go to Canada, and we were going to do the mountains up there. But with the whole COVID and stuff, that took a total dive. But I will be doing another one soon. That's on my bucket list. Is that I'm going to go into the Canadian Rockies and spend a week or two up there.
That'd be awesome. In Alberta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. That's so cool.
I'm not going to go that far north by you. That's just, why would I want to put myself through more cold?
Well,
I can do that at home.
it's surprising. Well, I guess, they have a different kind of cold because we have a more humid cold and they have a drier cold.
And it's
But
tropical. I like the idea that it's a tropical area. So I'm thinking when I go, I'm going to go where there's no bugs. So it's going to be the wintertime.
yeah.
And it'll be a nice calming. I just have to learn how to do things, I guess, in the trees, because me and grizzlies and bears and everything else, we don't like playing well with each other. So
No, yeah, brown bears and grizzly bears, they don't mess around.
no.
They don't mess around.
Yeah,
28 minutes. All right. 1 minute and a half and counting. The trailer's going to be play.
Thanks. Yeah, that was Britannia. That was a good fun. It was a fun time. I had a blast with those guys. I think they learned that us homesteaders can hang with the best. I'm just not an old homesteader farm boy. I got some other skills.
Yeah. How many years of military service did you do?
7.
7 years. Oh.
Then because I don't like the P word, and of course that's what we're all full of around here.
Yeah. Hi, Doug. Hi, Isway Homestead. Hi, yes, the Mountain Man too. My gosh, I've seen some people in here. I'm showing my trailer. I'm just setting up my trailer real quick because I have it on an unlisted YouTube link because I didn't get my thumbnail and everything, and I'm going to be posting it tomorrow. So you'll be able to rewatch it in a higher definition. This year, unfortunately, with StreamYards, it's I'm sharing the screen, but it's a very low resolution. But you'll get the idea. So.
Yeah.
Did I just get here in time for the end of the stream? Pervy Prepper, no. We I'm showing my trailer like in a few seconds. Here, I'm gonna share it out here. Share audio so I don't mess up.
Oh, you're learning.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna show it full screen. I'm gonna mute you, Mark. And I'm gonna mute myself. You ready? I don't hear you. Just joking. All right, suspense. I've just about had it. It's freezing cold. -20. Surviving the night with my horse and my dog. My snow pants, they're ripped in back. Definitely gonna feel that through my pants. All right, see you outside. He's definitely a source of heat that I cannot deny. All right, so that's what it was. That's what it was.
Interesting.
That was my trailer.
All right, since we're doing cold weather thing, can I put
Yeah.
up my trailer that I did last year?
Am I gonna get? Oh, I'm not even I was just gonna
No,
say,
you can't get copyrighted unless I tell you, unless I do it.
Well, don't you have art list?
Not on that, no, because if
No.
it does, wait a minute.
Do it.
Huh?
Do it. Show your trailer. Do it.
All right. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're here, and we're talking cold weather.
Yeah, we are.
No problem. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you guys saw that and acknowledge. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm premiering it next Thursday. Yeah, every time I have like a cinematic video, I premiere it. I get so excited. It's just so exciting. I'm all giggly, and I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, so I'm just tired. Permission was given. I heard it. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. Are you ready?
I got the big computer.
You do have the big computer. I need a big computer. I pushed my editing software to the max, and I pushed my computer to the max. I rendered it twice, and I had to come back and take off filters off videos because I was like, okay, that's too heavy.
What software are you using?
I'm using a free software. It's called Shotcut. And but my computer is not strong enough to do all, like, I'm too creative for my computer.
You need Filmora.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, you'll see. It does pretty good. It does pretty good.
You'll see what Filmora can do right here. You ready?
All right. All right. I'm gonna share it. Full screen. Nice.
It's red, white, and green.
See?
Yeah, it's nice. It is amazing.
Filmora.
Yeah. See, Bettina says it feels like I'm watching a movie. Yeah, but see, I don't know. I think there's, like Thomas said, there's DaVinci Resolve. That's also a really good one that a lot of filmmakers from LA actually use. And I have it on my computer. It's just that I opened it and I went, it's on two screens. What's going on? Like, it's big, and it's
See, that's the other thing too, is you got to make sure that now why I like Filmora. It is very simple to use. The LUDs are wonderful, and it's drop and play, and then you can use your creative side of things to do things like when I disappear and do all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
And Filmora made it very easy to. I've heard a lot of people like Fantasia is supposed to be really nice. Adobe Premiere is supposed to be really nice, but a lot of those guys said it takes away that, pull and drag kind of concept, and it's another step up. I know, like Zach I think he uses Adobe Premiere, but you can do the same thing with Filmora 9, and then you got all the support behind there, which is really cool.
How much is it a month?
It's a one-time fee of $79, and then you can, for like, I think it's $10.99 a month, you get the whole package of LUDs, you get different drop screens, you get all kinds of cool stuff on top of that.
That's cool.
I mean, the beginning portion of it is pretty simple. I mean, it's really easy.
Oh, that's cool. Because I've heard that it was really easy to use. It was really user friendly.
It's really easy.
Like compared to like the other ones that have a really big learning curve, like DaVinci and
I can pretty much tell. I can promise you that within 15 minutes, I could be just from showing you the stuff that I can do on there. You can do what you're doing now and better, quicker, faster. That was the whole thing about this when I got it. Is how long it takes to make a video. Well, then if you got to go back and it takes 5 times as much longer to edit and render a video, it's not that much fun.
Yeah.
And with Filmora, you can actually kick it out in 4K. As long as your computer's got the space, you can do that. You can shoot it in 1080 and it renders it at 4K, which is really nice.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Yeah, my problem with my computer while I was editing this whole video was that there were some clips that were 4K, but even the clips that were 1080, if I'd add more than 3 filters on it, it would start lagging. So like in the playback, so I'd have my music, and when you're editing, you want to have like your music timed on specific, with the beats.
Yeah.
And when it goes, don't
you there should be a button in there that has a pre-render, so it actually renders your clips.
Pre-render?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna try something.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to contact you on that and see if you have to remind me. Pre-render, I don't know, because like I said, I'm using Shotcut, and I just found out that I had to upgrade it because I was using the older software, so I upgraded it, and so I'm just really like getting used to it again. But yeah, hi Kilted. Hey, welcome back, Jack. See, so I think Mandy from Royal Amethyst Acres uses Filmora too. I think I saw her say, "Go Filmora." Yeah.
Okay,
so
what
I'm still rocking a $300 used gaming PC and a free editing software. I buy my music though from Epidemic Sound, and I also have Canva Pro for my thumbnails that I pay. So that's what I do. I know you don't like Epidemic Sound, but the music rocks.
Here, I'll show you Filmora quick.
Okay.
So this right here is this button right here. If you see where I'm circling around here, this is actually a rendering. So if we, like some of the stuff that we can do, the audio, the music, they have this preloaded in here, your effects.
Hey, Colin. Sorry, I didn't say hi earlier.
transitions, titles. So like cinema packs, planet packs, heroes pack. So
Yeah, it might be like a step, like an upgrade from mine, but
mhm.
like not necessarily going into like the really big, expensive packages. Like, I think it might be a good way for me to.
I actually came from that very expensive package of a Cyber Power or Cyber Direct, and Tyler got me hooked on this one about being so much easier and being able to do the same things that I was able to do with Cyber Direct, but a lot smoother.
Yeah,
Uh,
interesting. Jack says if it's more than $10 a month, it's too much. What are you using, Jack, to edit? I'm curious. Why can't I? There you go.
there you go.
What are you using? And also, we have 20 minutes left of the stream, and I'm debating whether or not I should put music. But hey, you know what? Since you love Epidemic Sound, I'm gonna get some Epidemic Sound.
There's a reason why I don't like Epidemic Sound.
I know.
They kept messing with my videos.
All right, I'm gonna go into my playlist. I have a live stream playlist. I'm just gonna play it soft, and I don't even know if it's gonna let me. Like, they're all mixed up, so I'm just gonna play it and turn my volume down here.
So when you decide to get a computer, go check out Cyber Power PC. Those are the guys that built mine.
Is it? Let me know for the sound. Like, I'm just playing the first song that's on here, but I want to make sure that it's not too loud for you guys.
I hear none.
You don't hear anything?
Not through StreamYard.
Oh, duh. Here, wait 2 seconds.
The moon needs the sun, we don't care about the other.
Okay, do you hear it now?
Yep.
Okay, is it too loud?
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna switch to the music then. All right. I don't know. I just every time I hear a good music, I'll put it to a playlist, and I'll be like, put it there. So they're not in any particular order.
Yeah, the Final Cut Pro, I heard that was a good one too.
I was talking about Thumb, Software Lightroom, and Photoshop are $10 a month for the subscription. Oh yeah, see, so that's what my friend today helped me for the thumbnail for my video, and I'll show you that thumbnail. It's actually, oh man, it's so nice. And she has Lightroom, and she's got another software, but my computer would not be able to handle it. That's the thing. As a Photoshop is really, really heavy. Lightroom would probably be better, but yeah, not Photoshop.
IRC, I never used HitFilm Pro before. It came from Cyber Power Cyber Direct, and then I've been a Filmora ever since. And I love Filmora. There's so much you can do. So it's something. It's like driving. It's like your car. Some people prefer Ford, some Dodges, some. It's just how you like using it. And it updates all the time. You can get so many different lawns and different backgrounds. There's thousands of them to choose from.
So that's my thumbnail for my video that's going to come out on Thursday.
You're right outside in the derriere, that's for sure.
Yeah, right outside. And there's my horsey and my dog. You see, actually, my other horse is right there. So I had 2 horses and a dog, but I only say winter camping with my horse and my dog for title reasons. But yeah, I'm really excited. I had such a blast with my animals, and the person that I showed the video to, that's the first thing she told me like so many times. She's like, oh my gosh, just seeing with your animals is amazing. Like just the connection that we have. It's a tad loud. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Bettina. I will turn that down once I find it.
Anyway.
Is that better?
Sure.
Okay, Mark has like surround sound. He's got like a huge studio setup, and he's got a garden right in back of him. Like it's summertime, man.
Yeah.
Okay, good night, Thor and Brigitte. Oh, so is Brigitte in the chat your wife? Hey, wait, because there's a Brigitte in the chat, but I wasn't sure if you guys were together on one screen or if that's maybe her. Anyways, good night. Have a good night. Hi, Jesse. Jesse's probably editing. He's got a little dot. Yeah. So last week, Howie, when he hopped up on my live stream, which is a Food Forest Permaculture, there you go, talking about him.
There's Howie up.
He could use some
Hey, buddy.
prayers, guys. He could use some prayers for his health. He has been going through something, and he's been beating the odds. Like I said last week, he's been beating the odds. A couple months ago, 3 months ago, they gave him one week to live, Howie, and you got 3 months in. So everybody pray and give him good vibes, because he's an amazing man. He's an amazing.
They gave my mom 6 months to live, and she's still going. That was 2 years ago.
There you go. See, yeah.
Wild edibles is where it's at.
Yeah. All right. So does anybody else want to hop on? Anybody else have some, let's say, okay, anybody have some camping related stories that they love to come up and share?
Yeah, lots of them.
Yeah. Do you have a crazy camping story, Mark, that you can say?
Yep, I do.
All right. So if anybody wants to hop on, just raise your hand and I'll send you the link and you can come up and tell your story after Mark.
It just depends on if I want to pick on Tyler or not.
Oh. I hope the music's better. I just turned it down a little bit.
Do we want to pick on Tyler or not?
Well, you're the one that knows the story. You're the one that knows how bad it is.
There's 2 of them, actually. So the first one is the day that we went out camping. I told those 2. Well, it started a week beforehand, and it started with buddy of his was giving him crap about wolves.
Okay.
And so Tyler went and watched this movie, and it was like 2 or 3 days before he came down here. And I don't remember what the movie was called, but I guess it's pretty much a long story short. Plane crashes up in the mountains, and the wolves go in there and devour the people in the plane. So I was back at the truck grabbing some stuff, and all of a sudden, Mr. Tyler comes running back through the woods. His eyes are the size of 50-cent pieces. And I said, "What's going on?" He said, "There's a wolf back there." And I'm like, "What?" He says, "Yeah, it howled." And I'm like, he says, "I got it on video." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like,
"Oh no,
nothing new for me." But so I was like, so he's freaking out because there's wolves back there. Well, the next day I walked back by that pond, and sure enough, there's a wolf tracks like 40, 50 feet away from where his tent was. And he's just flipping right out. He just like,
well, yeah, it's scary when you're not used to it.
The first time that I actually heard one close, it made my hair stand up on the back of my neck, because I knew it was right by me. And usually you don't, it's the funny thing about it is that you might see one, but the 6 that are looking at you that you don't see are the ones you got to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I remember you telling me that story that you were in a tent and you heard it, and you saw the footprints right next to your tent. Where
actually, if you look behind me, that lean-to that's over here.
Yeah.
I went out and I stayed overnight. It was a 3-dayer. I stayed in there and, went to bed. I got to get up. I got to go take a leak. So I walk around the corner of that thing, take a leak, walk back, crawl in bed. Well, the next morning, what's the first thing you got to do when you get up? So I go walking around the corner, and I'm like, what the heck? That thing walked right next to right behind my camp. And I was like, okay. So that next night I slept with a 40 on my chest. But so that kind of made me a little bit nervous, but then you get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's like when I was in Alaska, the first time I saw a bear. The first time I saw a bear, I was fishing for salmon, and I was like, there was like a valley, right? So the river was right in the like at the bottom, and there was two mountains. So the highway is right there. You going down a mountain, there's the river, and then there's another mountain that goes into the wilderness. And I was just fishing with my brother and I think one of my buddies, and all of a sudden, see this thing come climb down on the other side of the mountain, on the other side of the river, and I'm like, "Is that a bear?" And my brother's like, "Yeah, that's about." I was like, "Okay, well, what do we do?" You know? He's like, "Yeah, just keep casting, just keep casting, because what the bears do over there is they go on the side of the river, and all the fishermen that catch their salmon, they fillet their fish right on the site." And they throw the carcasses in the water, and so the bears just go in there and they just serve themselves, and they're big and fat and happy. But I was just like, I'm not sure.
So
Okay.
we were
But
we were actually doing we're getting raspberries and blackberries, and I know a specific spot used to be an old railroad that ran for miles, and now they just made it into a walking path and a bike path. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go down there, we're gonna pick some berries. So my cousins were along with me, and they were on their bikes, and got our pails in her hand, and I stop at the first one, and I'm picking berries, and my one cousin, he's behind, he's coming up along the side there. All of a sudden, that bite must have activated her, because the first I see the cub come out onto the trail, and then I see Mama stand up out of the berry patch, and she's looking. Well, me and her are only like 25 feet away. So I started backing up and watching her and watching that cub, and I back up. Well, my two cousins saw the bear stand up. Instead of saying, oh, we're going to help Mark, nope, they just took off with their bike. So here I am by myself. And I'm like, okay, this isn't going to go good. I got a plastic pail in my hand. So I just keep backing up and backing up and backing up. And she sat back down. And then the cub went in by her. And I'm like, whew, okay, that was a good one. And then the other one is I went looking for leaks in the spring. Now, this one was a little bit different. And I walk in and I look over and I see there's bear tracks in the water. Now, I have my whole family with me and a neighbor's son with me. And I'm like, okay, they're going in a different direction we are. They're going that way. I'll go this way. So I go that way. We do our thing. Well, not knowing that my backpack was not only full of leeks, but it was also full of summer sausage and crackers for the kids. So I'm wearing this meat bag on the back of my back. I come walking back and I see the same footprints in my footprints now. I'm like, okay. And then there's another cub with that track. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. So I take my gun, I take it out, and I put a bullet in it, put it back in my holster, and I'm walking back. And all of a sudden I can hear it growling right next to me where we're walking. We're 5 feet. So I told the kids, I said, run to the truck. Told Mom, I said, run to the truck. Well, I got this meat bag, and I finally realized what I got. I said, here, take this with you. I took that thing off, and I threw it. She grabs it and takes off to the truck. Well, then I pull out my revolver, and I start firing rounds in the air. She growls, takes off running. I can hear her running the other direction while I'm running the other direction. And I said, who's a bright person that put sandwiches and meat in my backpack that I was
you're like walking meat right there. We have two bear stories here at Quebec Homestead. Well, one, the first year that we got here, we decided to start clearing out a 1 mile road, okay, to get them both to communicate so we can go on the other side of our property. So we get the excavator and we get stuck. We get stuck, like way stuck. Like the exhaust is under the mud. We had to go back home, and it was just a mess. We had to tie ourselves onto trees and pull ourselves out with the excavator, and then reach out, and then it was a mess. And so I was tired. I was getting cranky, and I was getting hungry. So I was like, Ben, you know what? I'm just gonna walk back home. I'm gonna go fix me some lunch because I'm getting hangry, right? So I go home and I walk through this property wasn't taken care of for the past 15 years. Like all the roads were overrun with trees and brush. So I'm walking through. This is as high as me, like almost as tall as me. And
you're only 5'2".
I'm 5 feet. I'm 5 feet. And so I'm walking back home in this old road, and I see some dry scat. And I'm like, okay, dry. That's old, no problem, right? It's bear scat. So I walk all the way back home, and Ben comes back and comes and meets me, and then we walk back, and it maybe took like what 25 minutes, and we come back, and right where we're walking, fresh, still smoking bear scat, and I'm like, I could have like walked right on it, you know. And so that scared me, and ever since then I'm really scared. And then at hunting season, Ben was hunting moose. He was getting ready to leave because he saw mama moose and a baby, and he's like, you know what, it's getting dark, I better just start heading out. So he gets his stuff and he's starting to walk towards the truck, and all of a sudden the moose and the baby leave because he saw Ben. So they go into the woods, and then poof, they turn around and they're running straight towards Ben, and he's like, what's going on? Like, why are they running towards me? All of a sudden he sees this huge black bear, but he's never seen a huge black bear like that before. And he had like the huge, like, you know, the big white neck.
Paper on them.
Yeah. And so he lifted up, and Ben said it's the first time that he got growled by like a bear, like, roar! And like he felt it like right through his body, and he's like, I don't want to have anything to do with you, it's okay. And like I think he was mad because he scared off the moose, maybe, you know, he was maybe looking at going for the baby or something. But yeah, he did not like that. So that was back in September, which is why I didn't do my camping video with my horses in the woods in September.
I know a lot of people that'll carry I myself, if I go out by myself, I've got one of my shotguns with me just in case, because you know, you never know what them things are going to do, and they can change in a heartbeat, especially if you're down by a stream or a trout stream. For us, like, I'm right behind a trout stream, so there's dens right behind me. In the wintertime, we were it was actually the spring. They weren't out yet, but I have this one on video. I actually put it on YouTube. The question is, do you hear this? And you can hear something in the background growl, and you can see the whole one of their dens.
Yeah. And
Dawn heard it before I did, and she's running and grabbing Hunter. And well, of course, them two go in the river. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, we gotta go. And I'm like, well, why do we gotta go? And then later on, I was remaking the video, and I'm like, oh my, and I heard it. And I'm like, oh my God. So I yell at her and say, hey, you got to hear this. You want to talk about a chill going through your bones? I'll tell you that. Your kid's there, you know, and all of a sudden you hear this bear. It must have been just starting to wake up, and we were making noise by the river, and he's playing by the river. And I was like, okay. So ever since then, it's either the 44, I'll take a pistol along with me on my side just in case.
My neighbor talked to me about, because, you know, here we can't have pistols. We can have a hunting rifle, but I mean, they're a little bit of a pain to carry around. And so he was telling me about this thing that it literally projects like a bang towards an object. It's not like the spray, because the spray over here is useless. If you're in the wrong side, the spray will just come all over on you. So that's not good. I mean, I don't think the bear will want to come near you, and so I think that's good, but you won't hit the bear. And so I think I'm going to try to get that. I think it's $40 for one, and you put it around your neck, and you just pull the cap and you point it, and it just goes shoo.
It's like a flashbang is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I think I would feel a lot safer having just that, you know?
44 mag on my chest is when I feel safe.
Yeah. No.
Every shotgun, one of the two.
Drop says, for a bear, long rifle better. Yeah. I have a friend actually in Alaska that had his pistol. And by the time that he had shot down the bear was like at 20 feet. he was getting.
I watched a guy take a 30-30. We were hog hunting. I watched a guy take a 30-30 and pop the hog twice in the head, and the thing kept right on it coming. And finally, I took 270 and took it out, and it just ricocheted. Their heads are and bears are the same way. Their skull is so strong. I heard people talking, oh, I'll just take my 9mm and was with me. I said, what do you want to do? Just irritate them and give them a headache?
Yeah.
You know,
that's it. And they'll just get mad.
Yep. But I did get to see
That's a
today.
good question.
No, I didn't. Nothing happened. It's all good.
Huh.
That freaked me out, and let alone the dogs.
Yeah, I guess Jean-Philippe, I could bring my dog, but the dog, I'd have to have him on a leash because these days, if we go out in the woods with my dog, he's a livestock guardian dog. So the further out you go without a leash, he'll just say, "This is my territory," and so I can go further and further and further and further and so he just goes around and does his rounds, and he'll go like miles out, and then finally come back, and like you're like, "You're supposed to be protecting the house, buddy," And so he protects everybody in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't have a neighborhood. They got no one. They got wolf tracks on the backside of the property. I went to work today, and I'm like, oh, fresh snow. There's the tracks.
Thomas, do you have grizzly bears out there in New Hampshire? Yeah, black bears. I mean, we do have a few cases of people getting attacked by black bears here. So, I mean, it could happen, especially when they have babies. So. But
Up here,
they
they're
are wusses.
They get really ornery when they have cubs with them up here. They are territorial and very protective, and she will start snapping at the jaws, and she'll start growling, and she'll be posturing and jumping around, and so it's her telling you get away. So you got to know how to read the animal.
Yeah.
But Reese, I was just going to tell you, I got some more friends that just sent me pictures. The cats are here now, and I'm actually more worried about them stupid mountain lions than I am worried about a bear or a wolf, because them cats, you can't see them things. They
Yeah.
see you way before you can see them.
Cool, because they're up in the trees usually, and they'll hunt you from behind because they're hypocrite like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I just got Stacy. I remember Cabin Dweller. She was talking to me the other day about doing a live stream of because she's all about woman power with Bettina. She wanted to do one with Bettina, one with me, and Susie. I keep on calling her Susie. It's Stacy, but she wanted to do one of those these panels all together, and I think that'd be cool. And Dave, up north of 60, Dave. You missed my trailer, but I'm posting it tomorrow. I did this winter camping video, and I was inspired a little bit by you for the title. I was thinking of -20. I have a few ideas, and I would really love to know your input on it because you're killing it right now with your winter camping videos.
Actually, I figured out for the first time how to get Streamyard working with Streamlabs, so now you get all the benefits of. I did that last live stream, and it worked out pretty well.
Really?
Yep.
That's so cool. Here, wait, I'm searching this. Okay, so the titles that I had was -20 winter camping with horse and dog. And then I had -20 surviving the night with horse and dog, or I could just leave out the -20. Winter camping alone with horse and dog.
Get it right now. There's going to be winter camping extreme, Sub-Zero.
Yes, Raindance was telling me there was one with frigid cold in the.
You just have to go check keywords right now and see what's popping.
I only do the one that you showed me because I figured out how to do it because it's a Canadian version. But I don't have the Tube Buddy or any of that. But I'm really banking on being suggested and recommended because my channels have been a lot more. I'm getting a lot more views by recommended and suggested these days. I'm getting per video 50-50 and almost 50-50 and 3% is SEO. So I'm not really banking on SEO anymore. SEO is search engine optimization for people that don't know, because when you have a YouTube channel, you have to learn a whole bunch of stuff and it's exhausting. Do people search for horse and dog? Yes, Jack, they do. They search for horse and they search for dog a lot.
So right
And on
now
Google search.
your channel's got 297K. Your average daily views are 6,382. Views in the last 30 days is 191.5K. Your subscriptions 5.6. Average daily subs is 104.7. Subs the last 30 days is 3,140.
I like that. Survival night alone in the Sub-Zero. I like that.
The thing that you got to remember when you do that is you have to put the Celsius down, because
Yes.
if you go to Fahrenheit, obviously it's above freezing. It's 4
Yeah.
degrees. So, make sure you put the Celsius in there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna send it to myself. That's a good idea, Drops. I like that one. I'm gonna keep it in my ideas.
Kirby Prepper, just refresh. You're not using a paid version of StreamYard, are you?
I'm sorry?
Are you using a paid version of StreamYard?
No. No, I'm paying for too much already for my YouTube channel. I just got a sit and stand desk because like now I got the chair and I don't like actually have a proper desk. So I'm going to have one that goes.
Look at this. You're all high tech.
Yeah, man, I'm setting myself up. I'm really excited because for once YouTube is, paying me enough for me to invest in my comfort, because of that video, I'm going to have a good paycheck next month. And so I'm investing it all in my back because I need it. So it's coming in, but it's going right out. Jack,
Great.
title gets a 10 out of 100 score of vidIQ. There you go.
Winter camping right now is big. It's always been big in the wintertime. And then you have approximately, you can do things up until about March, and that's when YouTube or Google AdSense or whatever changes, and then they go into the spring side of things. But until March, any kind of thing that has winter camping, extreme camping, is going to do really well.
See, that was my first choice. And Dave tends to agree. And I trust Dave's opinion because he's crushing it with the winter camping videos. He's crushing it. He's got like 5.7 million views on one of his videos. It exploded. I've been following him, and it just like went from, I don't know, how many subscribers were you at? Like 60-something thousand subscribers. And then you just went like, shoo. Yeah, that like seriously, you're doing it. You're doing it right.
But you need to watch you do is actually, a lot of people do like to see the cooking out there too. Is actually, being able to make steaks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
make it so it's enjoyable, but at the same time, I know like on some of ours, we have to say, this is not for somebody that's lighthearted or. I shouldn't say we're professionals, but. We've done this before.
Experimented, yeah. It's like Dave did a video and he cooked meat inside of like with this. I'm thinking too much in French, guys. So there's a hole. It's burnt, and he cooks inside of the log, and I thought that was so cool. I was like, man.
Oh, like a Swedish chimney fire.
Yeah, I think no, not a chimney fire. I think
it's like a log and it's cut through the center.
Yeah, and it's burnt in the center, and then he puts the meat in there. Yeah,
we used to do that for torches. Is we take logs and then you split it 4 ways and you pack it full of stuff, and then when you light it, it's called a Swedish torch.
That's maybe what it's called. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Survivalist horseman with his dog overnight Sub-Zero camping. With her dog, though.
Her dog.
I know. I was recommended also that I could probably say like she survived the night, or she camped outside. Just add that in instead of like, I don't know, just say that she did it so that it refers to that it's I'm a girl. But I mean, if it's not obvious enough in the thumbnail, it might not be. I don't know.
Go middle of the night, did you wake up thinking, why am I doing this?
Nobody saw that, right? Oh. See, buckthorn beer is good.
I remember a lot of times I woke up in the middle and I go, what am I doing?
Are you drunk, Bettina? Savage Highway Smoker. I quit smoking. Man, I think it was before Christmas. Almost 2 months ago, I quit smoking. Just one day, I woke up and I didn't have any smokes, and we've been running on one car for a little while because my Caravan doesn't have winter tires, and I'm just so tired of having those sliding doors in the wintertime. For you guys that don't know, sliding doors in winter sucks. They get jammed up all the time. So never again am I ever going to buy a car with sliding doors in winter here. And so we don't take it anymore. We just use the truck.
I go check my fire. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. And so I didn't really want to go buy cigarettes. And I'm a singer. I enjoy my voice. And I enjoy being able to sing. And I think that later on, if I continue smoking, that's going to affect it. It's going to affect my health. So I quit smoking. And I still think about it every day. But it's getting better. Like around the fire, it's worse because there's smoke already. And it's just a habit for me to be around the fire and smoke a cigarette. But honestly, I did that. I did this challenge for myself and I didn't smoke. And I was just so busy all the time that just, feeding the fire, making food, and making sure that my dog doesn't run off, that it wasn't that bad. So yeah, hooray to me. I'm saving money, putting it in my channel. Fox, you're supposed to drink the boot sideways, like this? Was I drinking it like that? I don't know. Pass the boots in, please. Oh, guys, speaking of which, I'm almost done packing up the boxes. You can almost see what's in there for the giveaways. It's taking forever. I'm so sorry, guys. But I'm almost done packing them. And I got some goodies, some goodies. So I'm excited for you guys to unbox those and see what's in there. I almost felt like sending you guys potatoes.
So what's your bushcraft knife?
What's my bushcraft knife?
Yeah.
I have an old army knife that Ben doesn't use anymore. And you'll see it in the video. You'll see. You'll see what I use to light the fire. I'm
Light
going
the fire.
Yep. You'll see what I use. And okay, I'll say this. I'm not a real outdoors woman. I'm just trying this out for the first time. And I say that in the video. Okay. That's all I can say.
Oh, come on.
I usually use a lighter. Okay.
When I'm at home, I use a blowtorch.
Well, I usually do too when I'm in the garage. But at that temperature, even a blowtorch, even propane freezes.
It must have rained or something. I had a big pile on the fire pit, and I went out there and crumpled up some paper and I threw that on there, lit it, went out. So I go in the garage, grab some gasoline, dump. This shows how much of a hillbilly redneck I am. So I go and get the gas, dump the gas on there, light it, and that burns the gas off. It goes out. So then I get the big old 5,000 BTU burner out, and I let that thing eat for about a half an hour, and then I finally got everything going.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Especially in our cold environment that we have.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, you'll see. I can't say anymore. I'm sorry, Dave. I guess I Up north, you know what I used? No, Dave, you do not know what I use. I'm sure you guys are all gonna be like, "What?" I'm pretty sure. Um, I think Dave said that was interesting. I just wrote it down. -20 Celsius alone in winter. I saw Russell say that. Hi, Russell. By the way, you want to help
There
up?
you go. Get the loan on there.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Here, I put the link in there if you want to come up, Russell or Dave.
You tied with a loan series.
I watched them all. It was. Did you watch it?
All of them?
Well, the last season.
No, I watched from the very beginning, the very first Alone that Joel was on, and he burnt up his ferro rod and was kicked out or left. And then I watched the one with Zach and Greg. But after a while, you see the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
And again, and the other thing is I'm sitting there like the one guy that put his tent down on the ground and he was getting attacked by cougars and stuff. I'm like, there's trees right behind you, and I get all upset and bent out of shape because they're doing stuff wrong. So I figured better not watch it.
I didn't watch the first season. I think I only watched the last season. So I know that Fowler was on there,
Mhm.
but I didn't watch that one because I don't have access to them unless they're on YouTube somehow. But I don't think they are.
I think some of he did the Alone series remix at his house. So he made exactly the same thing that he did when he was in Alone on his property, and he stayed out there for the same amount of time.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. Sorry, I'm just a little. Hi, I'm so sorry, Cecilia. I didn't say hi to you, and Sean in Alaska as well. I'm a little behind. Bad as bees. Hello.
There's a lot of new people in here that I don't know.
Yeah, well, haven't been around, Mark.
Yeah. That happens. Last time I was on your live streams, some little person made me shave my beard off.
Well, it's your own fault. It's your own fault. So for you guys that don't know, Mark, I did an impromptu live stream one time, a Sunday night live stream, like just testing out some music, right? Because Russell from Raspberry Rock, who's in the chat, he has these Books Fest live streams on Fridays, and there's like 400 people in there, and he just listens to music, and he's in his off-grid cabin, and he's chill, and he talks with us. And I was like, I want to do that, so I was testing out some music. And I was like, let's test out the music until it crashes, right? And so he hops on and he's like, if we can get 50 people in the chat, I'm going to shave off my beard on your Halloween live stream. Well, turns out he didn't shave at all. He left his little goatee.
And then you forget the bad part. The very next week, it hit below zero weather and snowed. And I froze.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, look.
So I said, I'm never shaving again.
That's why I have this.
I got a bunch of them too.
I love this thing.
I should wear that to work instead of a normal face mask. See what they say.
When it's really, really windy, I use it. Because I live up on a mountain, so it's like permanent wind. Except for, I was so happy. It was like it was meant to be that one night that I decided to go camping outside. Almost no wind. Almost no wind. With the wind factor, it was -23 Celsius.
Yeah, Copper.
So
She was the one that instigated that whole thing.
Hey, Resonance Homestead. I think you're Jess, right? Jess or Jessie? I'm talking loud. My poor Ben is waking up. I hear him. I'm a little later. I'm running a little later than I'm supposed to.
See, once you get your sound room all set up in your studio, you don't got to worry about it.
I know. But like, this is the room right underneath my bedroom. So I would have to insulate the ceilings. I would have to close
They got that sound foam. You can just put it right on the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah.
I might need
It's
that.
a-
And I
it's a black-
have
it's a
to
black
shut down
panel.
the door here too.
Yeah, it's a black panels, and I think they're 4 feet by 2 feet wide, and they look like cone shape coming around, and it's for sound.
And just another thing to buy. There's so many
The
things
lights.
to buy. It is just okay. Resonance Homestead, awesome. Awesome.
Well, hello, Jess. Homestead, I like that.
Yeah, she's in Australia or New Zealand. I'm not too sure. That was a fun night though, Quebec. Yeah, I mean that was a fun night. It was an awesome night. I have so many live streams that I have to private because we have too much fun and it gets out of control sometimes. And I'm like, man, like if somebody pops up on my live stream and it's their first time, they're gonna be like, who is this chick? Like, oh. But you know what? It's me. And I promised myself that I'd stay true to myself on my channel, and you know, I'm not gonna like be more proper on a live stream because it's, you know, it's me. It's my tube.
Yep. Oh,
And if you guys like my tube, then subscribe.
if you like my tube. Jeez.
Yep, I should go to bed. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, y'all, and I still have a few things to set up for my video for next Thursday. I'm premiering it, so you guys should all be there Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern time in the chat. Jean-Philippe Ross, that's so sweet. Says I really
You got to
like
do it at midnight.
a minute. No. Jolene says, "You're my little sister. I am your little sister." Cheers. I love you, brother. Brother in Alaska. Mal, go to sleep then. Yeah. Well, let's say we'll give it 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes, and then we'll say good night. So, but where is the beer? It is here. It's a big one too. So Jesse, what are you editing? I see your little dot there. What are you editing? Let me know. Yeah, so I still need to figure out my title, and I just have a few little tweaks to do on my editing because I really wanted to have a solid intro, you know, so that people don't drop off, because I do have a montage like that's really at the peak of the video, and it's like a dream that I'm dreaming. I just fall asleep and I say good night. And I don't have timestamps. Like I don't say what time I go to bed in the video. Like I forgot to say it, so I'm like, should I just go put a timestamp? Probably, right?
For your what?
The time, like when I say good night, you know, I should put a timestamp and say what time I go to bed. I say what time I wake up, but I don't say what time I go to bed.
Yeah, well, why? It doesn't matter what time you go to bed.
Whoa. That's what I thought while I was editing, but then my friend mentioned it. She said, you know, it'd be pretty cool to have timestamps. Like I say the time when it's like 5-ish and then 7-ish, and then like I go through and I have a hard time, and then all of a sudden I'm almost time to go to bed.
Did you wake up in the middle of the night at all?
No, not in the middle of the night, but you'll see.
Because always there's your timestamp, as you know, in the middle of the night.
Okay, yeah, no. I woke up very early. I can just say that.
Wake up real early and start shaking.
It wasn't too bad. I had a really big, fluffy dog, so it was actually pretty nice. It wasn't too bad. But the thing is that, you know, he's got that big fur. He's not cold. He's actually like cuddled up against me. He's probably hot. And
Probably warm.
so he was like, well, you're gonna see. You're gonna see.
Hey, Kildare, how's it going?
I can't say no more. Just do a timestamp, Copper Kettle Farm says. Just like the time when I go to bed. Yeah, I guess so.
Residence Homestead, ha. Now I know my husband Andrew follows your channel. Well, thank you so much.
Cool. All right, so let's give it another minute, guys. He looks like a polar bear. Yes, he does. He looks like a big, big polar bear. And when he was a baby, he had that polar bear like nose, and he had curly hair, so he was like a sheep bear. It was really cool. He's such a good dog. Hey, Kildare, man, we were just on our way out. We hit that 1 minute countdown. And I just want to say hello to everybody that's in here. I'm premiering a video on Thursday. My epic cinematic. I can almost say it's a movie, sort of, because I don't have Filmora. But yeah, it's definitely, I put at least 30 hours into it because I learned 8 new editing techniques to do this one. So with all the learning and the editing and everything, and then rendering it down, finding out that my computer's not strong enough, having to render it back again because it took off stuff. So it
Sounds
was
like what Tyler was dealing with 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, new computer will be in line. Well, actually, maybe just an upgrade to my computer.
Yeah, that's no fun when you got to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being in here. You guys were an awesome audience and so interactive in the chat. Hickory Craft Farm, I'm so sorry if I didn't say hi. Metal Music Maniac. I love you guys. And seriously, like I said in the beginning of the stream, I don't ask this very often, but when you do see that video, and I'm dropping the trailer tomorrow, I showed it in at the half-hour mark of this video, so you can go back and watch it. Please share it out with people that you think who would like it. Please, that would be awesome. All right, glad I caught you in the middle of the day. Awesome, Jesse. All right, I will say goodnight.
Take care, all.
Love you guys. Love you, brother.